Hey, everybody, and we are live. Good evening. Welcome to the Monday night coin Q&A show. We have some great coins to show you, and some discussion, and hopefully some answers to your questions. I think it's just what we usually do is just go through the panel and introduce everybody. We've got a guest tonight, and we'll bring him up. But first, I'm going to introduce Blues Coins.
That'd be me. Hi, everybody. Eric Bartholomew here, a.k.a. Blues Coins. And another exciting week has passed us. So, coin collector, variety and errors, graded coins, a little bit of everything. Roll searching, bulk penny buyer. Yeah, I ain't going to say that twice because it hurts my brain. But got a YouTube channel. Haven't done much on it lately, but that's going to change here shortly. So good to be here tonight, and welcome everybody.
Welcome. I want to take a real quick minute to point out we got lots of folks in the audience tonight. Cindelicious, Brian Hooper. I saw Linda Wallace was first. She was on earlier. Hiram Piro, Bigfoot Silver Seeker, Eddie Jams, lots of other folks. Welcome, everybody. We appreciate you coming on and sharing the evening with us. So we'll move on to our next panelist. I'm going to skip around. I'm going to put Simas on the spot here.
Good evening, everybody. This is Simas Omaha, and I'm new to the crew. And my interest is of searching BU rolls of Lincoln Memorial cents and finding varieties and errors in those. And now that the coin shortage is over, I now have access to boxes of quarters from the bank. And those are my second favorite of going through quarters and finding varieties on those. That's me in a nutshell tonight. Next.
All right. Next would be Shay Mantic Coins.
Hey, everybody. Shay Hoffmaster here at Mantic Coins. I love varieties. I'm working on a website to show them to you guys. And just kind of taking a break from streaming in general, doing except for this. This is the place you'll see me for a while now. I love the 2 cent series. It's one set that I am very passionate about, but of course I do love half dollars. I have searched many Kennedy and Franklin half dollars. I search for them at shows. I search for them everywhere. I buy rolls. Also Lincoln cents. I've recently become much more aware of a lot of the varieties. I think I'm at over 3,600 varieties I've listed for just the memorial cents, and another 3,000 or 2,800 for the wheat cents. So it's crazy. That's like over 6,000 Lincoln cents, and I haven't even started on Shield or 2009 bicentennial yet. So a lot. Yeah. And so that's going on, and I'll search nickels, I'll search dimes, dollars, just about anything I can get at the bank, and I love doing that. I have a few banks that I work with, 13, if that gives you any idea.
A few.
Coin roll hunters, like 9 buy, 3 dump. So anyway, just thought you might want to know that. So anyway, I'm learning errors. I've got lots of error books around me. There's a great book, if you hadn't seen, you can get from Joe Cronin called Mint Errors to Die For. This thing's beautiful. He's got full color images in here, some great descriptions, great backstory. You guys should go check out Joe Cronin's Facebook page and see if you can order on the next set, because this is definitely something you should have. And then, of course, always handy, Alan Herbert's Price Guide to Mint Errors. Now, Alan Herbert left this universe many years ago, but he left us a legacy of understanding coins and mint errors and provides a great review of the process. This is a must-have handbook in anybody's collection. If you're starting out, you will have an edge up on everybody that's been in it for I don't care how many years if they've never read this book. All right. So anyway, start here.
That was Paula's favorite, or still is her favorite.
Yeah. You can pick them up pretty cheap. 7th edition. Probably cost $25-$30.
Yeah, I need to get that one. Next is Frank Coindragon.
That would be me. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming. My favorite day of the week, Monday. Here at the Coin Q&A. Yes, I am Coindragon, and real name's Frank. I've been coin collecting, I don't know, for about 25 years or so. Kind of found a niche in woody cents. Got a dance code going to those. I do like to collect variety and errors, varieties and errors, especially Lincoln cents. I've been hitting the rolls hard again, like Carl was saying. The shortage is bye-bye, so I'm going at it full steam again. It's a good feeling. I kind of missed that. But anyway, that's pretty much it. On to the next, folk. Thanks for being here. Yeah.
I got one of those too.
Oh, sorry.
Woody.
Oh, look at
That's
that.
That's the Dance for Woody album right there.
I'm working on it. He is way ahead of me though.
Yeah. The quality that Frank collects too is incredible. He's extremely picky.
Excellent. For
How many different books do you have? How many different Woody collections are you going at the same time there, Coindragon?
Oh, me? Just well, essentially the one and all the ones that I'm finding or picking up along the way, I'm putting aside.
Okay. I imagine you could probably start like a graded collection of a couple different grades.
Almost. At least a few dates, especially like 28s and 29s. Holy crow.
Holy crow.
21s, 41s, 40s. Yeah.
Yeah, you cleaned that up real nice.
Good show. And last but not least is Adam Chambers.
Hey everybody, what's going on? So I'm big into the Franklins, of course, Lincoln cents. I like nickels too, so I kind of do a little bit of everything. I like the Bugs Bunny clashes on the Franklins, varieties on Lincoln cents. I've been working kind of on a set of new discovery pieces and plate coins, and I like toners too. Kind of a niche for me is the tone coins.
All right. And well, I guess that leaves me. Thank you, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
And
And Jeff.
what's that? Yeah, and I'm Jeff Stanley. I'm I'm on YouTube again, just like everybody else. I've been so busy with stuff this past year. I haven't had a chance to. I never really stream that much except for here. But I made some videos, and I need to make some more. I've got a lot of subject matter I think that I could speak on, and actually I'm gonna, and this will lead into the subject a little later. I'm actually thinking about doing some kind of go through some roles and kind of show how I tear down an original roll and go through, do a little bit of grading. I think that might be beneficial for some folks. So at any rate, what I collect, or one of my big specialties are Jefferson nickels, and I'm working on a registry set for that. I added a few items today and saw I jumped a couple spots, so that was nice to see. And then Indian Head Cents has been a new love, and then I've got a lot of other series that I dabble in. Standing Liberty quarters, Liberty Walking halves, Lincoln Head Scents, can't get away from those. And I too have a Woody set that I'm pretty proud of. It's a nice set, and it's coming along. I'm pretty proud of it. It looks pretty good. Some really nice toners in it. I have to post those on the website one day. So that's, again, like Carl says, that's me in a nutshell. So I guess this leads into our selected topic tonight. The host always picks out a topic, and I thought of one that we could maybe spend some time on, or we might go through it just really quick. We might not have a whole lot to say about it, but I got to thinking of this just from some personal experience, are a sleeper series or a coin of some type, or coin series that you feel as a collector is possibly undervalued on the market right now. I know this kind of goes into like some of the stuff that Sean does, where we talk about market values of coins or whatever. But I think even as a newer collector, you might be able to look out there and say, hey, that series of coins right there is, those are, nice. And I see those that they appear to be undervalued to me. There may be a technical reason for that. There may not be, but that's kind of what I was thinking. And I'll share my experience after a couple of y'all chime in. Anybody have anything to say?
Sleeper sets. So I'm all about the 2 cent series. And I think it's a sleeper set. So there are a couple of coins like the 1864 small motto, which are going to be expensive. A lot of people know about that, but you can still get a lot of repunched dates and a lot of double dies that people don't know about, and they're reasonably priced. Sometimes you can cherry pick them right off the bat, and then I pretty much keep all of them, but you could turn them around if you wished. But it's only how many dates? I think there's only nine in the series, but you can definitely, if you collected other proofs and the regulars. Now they can get a little pricey when you're talking about proofs because they're really low mintage, in the hundreds, maybe thousands. So the coins that remain, and you have to sift through a lot of garbage. I tell you, there's a lot of 1864 and 65 circulated stuff that you will find horrendous. But it's such a treasure when you finally find them. And I think because so many varieties are available at a lower price, that at some point those varieties will be worth a lot more once people realize what they are. Mm-hmm. It's just not being in touch with this Civil War era coin. And at some point the value will pretty much dramatically hike in a good direction.
Yeah, I know. I picked those up in the last year or so, and I love the series. They're a lot of fun to go through and cherry pick and find varieties. I've seen some where I've picked the variety, but I couldn't afford the price of the coin for some of because they were all higher end in slabs or whatever. And we appreciate your patience, folks. Appear to have that buffering issue again with
one thing I like to tell people, and I just told somebody this last week, like Lincoln Scent matte proofs. Okay, these things are gorgeous. I love them. They're already kind of high and pricey, but if you just go out to PCGS and look at the highest graded matte proof Lincolns, they're eyeball busting. And same thing with the beautiful 2 cents. You go out there and look at some high grade 2 cents and they make your eyeballs explode. It's like, drool coming down here. They're beautiful coins. So I recommend that to anybody. If you haven't, just go click through some of the highest graded coins in those 2 series and just check them out. It's crazy. You'll be like, that's a beautiful painting. Really beautiful coins.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
The 2-cent pieces, man, they are just so eye appealing when they're in higher grade, and I love them to death. But tonight, I am going to talk about the 2009 penny. Now, the regular circulated pennies, there hundreds of millions of those were made. The proof, 3 million made, and then they came out with a satin finished, which 784,000 of those were made. And what's really remarkable about the 2009 on the proofs and the satin finish is they were made in copper. It was the last year they made a copper penny. And it was a special thing they did to celebrate the 100-year anniversary for the Lincoln cent. So just besides the regular circulated pennies you could find, which are just in abundance out there, one of the two of the sets that I believe that are just still undervalued is the proofs, the 2009 proofs, and 2009 the satin finish. Those pennies are just remarkable, just gorgeous.
They're beautiful in that original. I guess you call it the original classic formula.
Yeah.
For a penny.
So I actually got a set of the proofs and proof 69 red ultra cameo that I picked up about a year after they were released, because the hype was really high on them at first release, and then everything kind of calmed down again. And then I've been checking the prices on them lately, and they're starting to go back up. So that is my submission for tonight's subject of a set that is undervalued.
I couldn't believe when I bought a set of MS69 of the uncirculated satins for like $6 each. I couldn't believe it.
Oh my goodness, those things are going.
Yeah, no. I wish I didn't sell them. But I still have the sets around, but not the slab.
Yeah. I had a tough time finding a set to, I was looking for a set to fill my books, because when I do a book, I can't do like, unless it's specialized like the Woody set. But when I'm doing like a series set or whatever, I've got to have every single strike. You look at my America the Beautiful Quarter album, and I've got every single strike. I mean, I've got the goofy stuff, the enhanced strike, the reverse proof, the silver proof. I got to have everything in there. So that's yeah. I had a hard time finding the satin pennies at a reasonable price at the time I bought them. So hopefully those will be going back up. Is anybody else?
I was kind of struggling because I'm not that experienced in collecting for as many years as you guys. So I was trying to struggle with what is a sleeper set to collect, and I don't know if it's just that they're considered undervalued, but maybe underrated, or not as popular. Might be like the innovation dollars that are coming out that started out in 2018.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of hype about those, but I'm at the point where I'm buying the new ones from the mint as they come out. And that's probably the cheapest that you're going to get them if they go up in value. They could go down in value if there's no interest, kind of like the presidential dollars, that type of thing. But I find them fun to collect. There's Business Strike P&D, there's a proof, and there's reverse proof from San Francisco. And some of them have an A and B type on the Philadelphia and Denver's, which the A and B difference is that the collar that strikes the edge lettering on the coin is upside down. And so when you look at the obverse of the coin on top and then you look at the edge lettering, that could be different. So that would be the difference in the A and B. So collecting both sets of the A and B would be the way to go for those. But however, there are no albums yet out. Either I think Whitman has one, but I don't think it includes all the proof and reverse proof. And Dansko is behind schedule, as everybody knows. So you got to kind of make your own way of assembling the set. The only other sleeper collection I might add to would be the 2020 W Business Strike nickels. Thank you. Jeff got it. Somebody was listening.
I'm like, wait a minute, did I miss? No, those, yeah, they didn't make those. Yeah, that was a big.
The Mint did not make any Philadelphia or Denver. I mean, they didn't make any W Business Strike nickels for 2020. They decided not to.
Yeah.
And I'm very disappointed about that.
Yeah, that's kind of been a sore subject with a bunch of us.
You should have seen what went on at the Jefferson Nickel Group. Everybody was pretty upset about that when that was announced. We're ready to revolt.
For those that didn't know, you were supposed to get one W Business Strike nickel with the Mint sets when they came out, but because of the and the employee layoffs or whatever happened with the Mint, they decided not to do the W nickels and Business Strike.
Yeah. One thing I did want to break just for a second, and let we're having some buffering issues, and one of the suggestions was to do a refresh on your YouTube. If you're having a buffering issue, it's probably our stream, but we want to kind of rule that out real quick. So if you're having bad buffering issues, see if you can do a refresh on your YouTube.
Is it a matter of refresh or just close your browser and open your browser up again fresh?
You might want to try both. Sorry for the technical break, folks.
Yeah, we could restart the stream, but all y'all would have to find a new stream, and it may not help.
Yeah.
I had a hard time finding this one, so don't make me search again. And it's funny because I got it bookmarked too, so I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Adam, did you have any thoughts of anything that you felt like that was?
I think Roosevelt Dimes is one that's kind of overlooked and not, I don't think it gets as much appreciation as it should.
Yeah.
I think it's a sleeper series in general.
I agree. I mean, people really concentrate on those things more for just the silver content, and you see their value go up and down in relation to silver primarily. For when you start talking about the early ones through 64, but
Peace
yeah,
Dollar.
it's there's a lot of good stuff out there, and I think there's undiscovered varieties in Roosevelt's because people don't want to take the time to look at them because they're so small. But yeah, the value on those, I think they're undervalued. I think they should be doing better than they are. And I was going to go ahead and bring up mine. I was, of course, I'm a Jefferson nickel collector, and I'm working on, not only some of my registry set stuff, but I'm also trying to fill out a nice book. And being the completionist that I am, I want all the strikes of all the coins, that are made for a particular year, and that includes, even the modern ones. And this kind of goes back to what Blues was talking about with the satin Lincolns, satin strike Lincolns that were in the sets in 2009. In 2005 through 2010, the mint sets weren't business strike coins. They were satin sets. They have a special finish on them. And if you go out on PCGS and NGC, they actually kind of set those aside as a separate strike type. And so what you wound up with is typically when somebody gets a mint set, you get a nice business strike example of a coin that you want to put in a book or leave in the set, or hold on to, or possibly submit. That's not the case. If you wanted a nice business strike example of a coin from 2005 to 2010, you wound up having to go out and find original bank wrapped rolls of those coins to fill your books. And I was starting to order, trying to find some rolls, and I've found, I've ordered some of the rolls, and I have those coming to fill up my Jefferson nickel album. And of course, everybody knows about the 2009. That's no big secret. 2009 was a low mintage year, both P&D, Philly, and Denver. Everybody looks for those, but the other years, the 2005, 6, 7, 8, and 10 are also fairly difficult to find. Not so much finding the rolls or finding those in circulation, but finding nice high grade examples. It's really tough to get a nice high grade example that you can submit to NGC or PCGS or Annex out of an original bank wrapped roll. So I got to thinking that, I'm willing to bet that, I started looking at some of the prices, and I think that, I think they're undervalued, and that's an area that I'm going to spend a little time with and try to get some rolls in and see if I could pull some nice stuff out of those. That's kind of mine. As for classic sets, Liberty Head nickels all day long. It's artistically, it's a little bit on the ugly side, and it doesn't get a lot of interest or love from variety collectors, but there are varieties out there, just like the 2 cents. You've got repunch dates. You actually have some pretty tough to find double dies out there, and I think it's an underappreciated series in a lot of respects. There are some, there's the prices for the high grade examples and proofs, of course, are going to be there, but the other, I think you could go out and find some good coins in the Liberty Head nickels, the V nickels. All right. Does anybody else have any commentary, or we want to move on to look at some coins?
Let's see what we got.
All right. We'll give Shay a minute to.
Yeah, I'm here. Let me move over.
Oh, hi, Shay.
Email.
Did you mute thyself?
Yes.
From Anonymous regarding 1960 small date DDO. In my research, I found 2 variants to the elusive 1960p small date DDO Lincoln set. One has a die crack on the coat, mid-die state, and the other does not. I have only found one listing for this coin, and I think it's a Wexler-only variety. Maybe Blue Ridge can do a world premiere video on this variety. Maybe. Not much information out there on this coin. Panel, what should the value be for an MS65 example? Keep in mind these are extremely hard to find. Well, MS65 might be tough. What happened? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
I thought I fell into a wormhole or
You're
something.
here.
All right, let's see if we can.
Yes, done reading. Let's.
I was looking for an up close, and I know there's one in there, but I can't find it. Let me see.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
He was asking about what a price would be for a new, maybe a new variant to the whole thing, and if there's not much on it already and it's a new discovery, or could be possibly a new discovery, pricing could be anywhere on it. If it's really extreme or hard to find, or is it something that is easily found if people are starting to look for it?
Yeah, I saw that.
If there's no records of sales of this type of variant out there, then it'll be really hard to put a price on something.
Yeah, pricing, it's tough.
I mean, he's basically, if I understood the email correctly, he's saying that it's Wexler's DDO number 22, and he has one with and one without the die crack. I just think that's just going to be just die stage.
I was going to say, I would think that would be a die. If it's the same anomaly, same doubling, it would just be die stage.
Yeah.
Mint mark position, the same date position.
Yeah, something might get updated within the site with that die stage A, die stage B, die stage C.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
I mean, that crack has got to start somewhere.
Right, and you'll see the different stages on other Lincoln Sense on the site. There'll be different die stages.
That's on a really strange angle. Or is it just me?
It's looking at me, so.
Would you stop staring?
Will you stop staring?
That's a funky looking angle.
Well, so I make sure I'm not on mute here. All right. I've been tracking. I have 107 eyelid related varieties listed for the Memorial series, and there's even more for wheats as well. So I know there's quite a few now. How many are in the 1960 small dates? Not that many. So there is a good point there. Yeah.
You too.
Let me see.
His extraordinarily flared nostril in this example, too. Just saying.
Yeah. So there's one small date example and 3 large date examples from what I can tell. So a little bit heavier on 59 than on 60. I think 59 had something like 10. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. And a couple of those had 2 extra eyelids. So I don't know. I don't know about price, but very cool. I like the doubled eyelids. We were talking about short sets. 107 is not bad when you compare it to the series overall in size. If you were to try to put a set of these eyelids, doubled eyelids together, that would be kind of cool. I don't think anybody's done that.
I know people have done ears before, but I'm not sure about eyes.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger set.
Yeah.
But I think you could do it pretty cost effective.
Oh, for sure.
So I don't know. At a high grade, would these be worth more? Should they be worth more? Maybe. I think it just take a little bit more time before people recognize them. It's kind of like all the. It's a class 4 double die, and so it has its place. I think there's some others, kind of like the Bar L, or that you get in the class 5 pivoted, or where there's a little bit sticking above the L or below the L. I think those are kind of
for the T and truss.
Well, yeah, or the T and truss,
Exactly.
or a bar over 7 or under 7.
Yeah, they definitely have their place. It's just, will people catch on to them, like you say?
Yeah.
Will they be as big as other things?
And I don't know. Is it class 4 or class 8?
No, let's see. It's 4.
Is it 4? All right.
Anta's asking if that's a small date or large date. Did we check that?
I think it wasn't large.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure it was small, but let me check.
Well, the question I think was small, yes.
Yeah, it's small. It's a small date.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that picture there. Looks pixelated. That's a small.
So you can see, because this I guess we can talk about it real quick. But see how the top of this is right on this. Large date goes out quite a bit further. And so you'll see that it comes down a little bit further here.
It's just a little bit chubbier.
Yeah. But very cool. Thank you, Anonymous. Let me grab the next email.
Yeah, those double eyelids can be somewhat. I mean, I know people that see a lot of them, but the last set of pennies I did, I knew they had been searched when I couldn't find a single one in 5,000 weeds.
Bricks in the background.
It's not something I look for too heavily, but if I see a stark example of one, I'll hang on to it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's kind of like, class 9 columns to me.
Oh, if I don't find anything else in the roll, those are for sure I'm keeping those.
Yeah. Hey, if it's like those pennies I had last time, I held on to every little RPM and.
Oh my God! Especially when I first started too, it was like every clash, every crack.
Well, I do know that some people have sent them into Wexler and gotten a letter back saying, "Oh, that's just a gouge." But so be sure you really evaluate the doubling, where its location is in relation to the eyelid, and look for markers also before you waste money sending stuff like that in. But yeah, they're a little bit harder to do because you got to have some close-up imagery capability. And get your flashlight out. That's handy. Mm-hmm. All right, should we go on to the next one?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take this one from James E. 1961 Lincoln Memorial Cent. The B in Liberty had a small piece of metal on it that I'm assuming was lamination. What do you think?
BIE? LIE? Oh.
Wait for the pictures.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
I thought this was Jeopardy. What is?
I'm so sorry. I lost it.
Listen. Show the D, please.
1961D. Okay.
Stop buffering. Cool.
I found it. I found the pictures. Thank God.
Woohoo!
Sorry, everybody.
Oh,
Here they're loading up now. All right.
Cool stuff.
You guys send me so many pictures. I've literally got 2,000 pictures on my desktop, so I have to find them quickly, and I wasn't ready. All right, so I think.
I see what that was. That's different.
that looks like a little damage.
Yeah. Except that was
That
That is ejecta.
Carbon.
Did that come off?
Yeah.
You picked it. It's never going to heal.
Put a Band-Aid on it. It's going to bleed.
So that came off the coin. And it matches the shape of the bead, doesn't it?
Oh, it matches perfectly.
Yeah.
It's a coin scab. Yes.
yeah, I know when I find those that are real fragile like that, I got to put that in a flip right away. Otherwise, I'm gonna be tempted to pick at it or
It's gonna go fling.
You don't want to pick those off.
You got to move it, and something catches it, and it just launches it like a ballistic speeds.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is don't pick at that stuff.
Yeah, you want to leave a lamination attached.
Yeah, leaving it detached like that and it goes for it's retained when it's left on there, and that adds a little bit to the cool factor.
I find it interesting that all the letters show some type of blackness on it, like it's like heavy carbon has been put on it. So I'm just wondering if what came off of it is a little bit of carbon peel.
There could even be a little bit of scrap that was struck onto the surface of the coin too, and just dug a gouge when it got struck.
Kind of pixelating that way.
It could have gotten some, I don't know, a little bit of exposure, some environmental exposure, and it picked up some of the dark color, and that.
Well, it didn't help it stick, that's for sure. Yeah.
No, not at all.
Why are there bricks? I don't know. I've seen that too.
Oh, is she going to try to overlay that?
Whoa. Heavy duty. Company rotate. Looks like a Ebola. And mirror. I bet you that'll do it. Bingo. I think it's been 3D rotated though. It's not going to completely sit right.
Oh well, I tried.
It was so cool though.
I get an A for effort, I think.
Was you trying to attach it back to the coin?
Yeah.
Reassemble, Stephanie.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
They learn the B. Okay.
All right, that was fun.
That's a little lack of sleep time zone humor. Right?
Yeah, I could spend hours doing this stuff, folks.
Oh my God, it's so fun.
next one ready. This time I'm
Yeah.
going to find the picture.
Yeah, thanks for showing me how to do the GIF stuff for, comparing a normal to a double die. Playing around with that. That's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, 40 frames. All right, let me get the pictures ready this time.
I got to do that with zooming.
Zoom, zoom,
All right, now I got the pictures ready. Now I can show you the email, and I'll be ready for you. I hope.
All right. We got one from Jason J. Reference to 1964 D Jefferson nickel. 1964 D nickel with a strike through on the reverse and possible over mint mark.
Ooh. So D over what, CC? Well,
Is there a 5 above that D?
and the letter 8 right next to it.
I got to do it.
How did that work? How did that even happen?
Okay.
That's pretty kooky there.
Yeah, whatever that is.
+5.
I'm not seeing anything here.
That's too thin for RPM.
What's the rest of the coin look like on that side? What's the edge of the building looks like? Does it look like it's been smashed down a little bit?
Oak smash. Those look pretty whacked over there.
Yeah.
Rims good.
I see a lot. I would expect, for a true RPM to have a little bit inside on the inside of the that D. God, they 64. They made so much. I think that they wore the heck out of those dies in 64. They made a lot. If I'm not mistaken, that may be the top
64Ds.
Top mintage.
Every time I find an older looking nickel, it's a 64D. I swear.
Yeah, my running joke that I tell a lot of people that start doing that start collecting Jefferson nickels is every time you find a 64 nickel, you owe it to yourself to gather them up and throw them in a river.
No, just tell everyone they're really valuable. Then
yeah, 64D is the top mintage of 1,784,297,164,000.
More than you could possibly imagine.
Man, there's a lot of commas. Man, just about my bank account.
Oh, is that here, Joe?
I don't think it's a trillion, but it's a lot. It's up there in the billions. I know.
Yeah, it's 1.78 billion were made.
It's a lot. It's a heavy mintage.
Yeah,
and that was in response to the coin shortage at the time.
That was response to the coin shortage of 2020.
So, what do you think on the overmint mark? No.
No.
How about the lamination?
I think that took a hit. It's going across the top of the letters. You can see where that A's been kind of pushed in a little bit. So I'm thinking the hit came from the west and went up towards the northeast, and that's why you have that A kind of pointing in on the arm, and it took out the top of the T going up.
Oh, what a hit!
Yeah, I tend to agree. I might have a different opinion in hand.
Yeah, it's just yucky all over, kind of.
All
I
right.
can tell you, he took the picture at 10:37 at night.
Yeah, would that get an RB grade? Sorry.
All right. Here you go. Red.
Red.
I'll read this one just because I want to say the name. Crispy
name's awful.
Mofo, 1776, 2021 Shield Scent. I was on the right track, just searching the wrong coins. Duh. 2021 P Shield Scent.
So just a little backstory before we jump to the coin, and Crispy Mofo had sent us the nickel last week with a Americla or with a weird looking C that we thought was potentially a die gouge of some sort, a well placed die gouge in the C. I think
It looked like a G.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this week he sent us coins with a eyelash attached. But it's still a pretty cool coin, pretty cool find that he had. So let me make sure. Okay, yeah, we're showing them now. I can zoom. Look at that, 2021, and look to the left. Look over here.
Oh my goodness!
What the actual scent? That's a clash.
Right there on his nose.
Yeah.
And look, it's even got a spike head up here.
It's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Might even be a minor. Look at the Liberty.
It is kind of fat, isn't it?
Oh, plump there, yeah. Kind of like that one I got. What was it, 15?
The big clash.
Any lettering? Oh, it probably
Usually, and
doesn't
that's
show.
unusual. I mean, I've never
A
found
little
it.
bit. I see the bottom of the U. Right next to the bow tie.
Right here.
Yeah, there's the bottom of the U right there. That's as easily as deep as the one I found. There's Bethany.
Delicious. I forgot they're like a minute behind. Almost
right.
minute behind. Yeah.
Make sure that red live light is lit too, guys. That tends to go off.
Yeah, when you're looking at a clash or trying to take pictures of clashes, I mean, the lighting angle is.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Sure. If you could play around with it, get you never get too many pictures or too many lighting angles with a nice clash.
Pay attention to Seamus. What's Seamus?
Why would you want to do that?
Are we showing this picture with all of us, or can they all see it solo? Oh,
I see all of us.
what's did we not show it solo? Let's show it solo.
Wait,
Yep, I see all 6 of us here.
here you go. So I was when I popped Seamus back in.
Whoop, there it goes.
Sorry.
We good.
Look at it.
That's awesome.
Look at it.
It's a clack. Is that a double spike too? It almost looks like there's 2 there.
Oh, let me see. I'm going too fast. I think just
There's one, and I think there's one on the left of the W too.
Right there or right there?
No, kind of in between where you were just like go one picture back. I think it was. No, other.
The other way. There.
Is that the one? No, maybe not. Yeah, because it almost looked like there was one coming up between, like just to the left of the W and V too. like you had, and then
Yeah, you should look at this closer, mix. See if you have the double cut.
those letters are very plump.
And got
It's not a Denver.
thickness there. Possibly an angle there. Cool. All right, well, nice, fine. Way to go, Crispy Mofo. Keep it up, man. Nice
You
job.
get a box of cents.
All right, let me grab the next one. Let's see what we got here.
I see a kitty cat.
Mine was knocking on the door earlier. Probably heard him.
All right. From Jim F. in reference to interesting 1960D clad layer swirl. What do you think of this coin? Would it be worth putting on eBay? And what would you say about it? I'm kind of looking forward to seeing this coin now.
It's a swirly, all right.
Damage.
Zorro.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it looks like some chemical exposure.
It's like someone took a little bit of copper dissolving something and made their own little logo out of it.
It's the fish hook. And you got some of this going on over here. Yeah.
That scent is doomed. Doomed, I say.
Doomed. Sorry.
Yeah,
that's just it's the plating is gone. It's exposed. It's ruined.
Yep.
Unless it's kind of cool looking. I guess you don't have it long though.
Was that a lamination that peeled away, or was it just damage to the coin?
It's just damage.
I'm going with damage.
I say damage.
Something marks all over the place.
Yeah.
Something was put on it. Someone was playing with something and decided to see what it would do to a coin. And
Yeah. All right. Sounds pretty nice.
Isn't there something on the back too that's kind of ugly back there? Is there anything abnormal?
Yeah. Yeah.
The booger.
Up on the North Hemisphere there.
Achoo. Bless you.
It's not quite the same radius as a penny on top there, is it?
Kind of look that way, don't it? Kind of like I've been sitting in the cup holder in the minivan. Yeah.
Cup holder in the minivan underneath the Diet Coke.
Yep.
There you go. And the juice boxes.
We try not to do damaged coins on the live stream, but this was super ugly. Had to share it.
it was a good learning subject.
Teachable moment, yes. From Charles J. regarding 43 war nickel copper. Would this weight be consistent with an all copper nickel? Well, then it wouldn't be a nickel. It would be a copper. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, I asked for this one just for the learning on this one. Let's see. This is a 1943P, if I'm not mistaken, and the weight on it was 4.92 grams. The standard weight for a nickel, and believe it or not, somehow the U.S. Mint got this right on both the war nickel and the regular nickel, which is actually more copper than nickel, is 5 grams on
5
in
grams.
both species. So that's 0.08. That's still within tolerance.
Yep. I agree.
Yep.
Within tolerance.
Shh. Well, that was easy. All right, let me get to Yada's coin here.
Is it a 43/2? I'm going to check for that. Lots of RPMs for those too. Yeah, I'd probably never be able to see. Well, yeah, it's definitely not.
No.
Yeah.
No Hooksenberg.
Two varieties to always look for on the 43P is the 43/2. You can identify that one. There'll be like a little hook at the bottom of the 3. That'll come up. That'll point towards that center crossbar, and there'll also be a little straight piece in the very, very bottom of the open loop there of the 3. And then the double eye, where the actual eye is doubled.
Yeah, the double eye is pretty cool. And they have another
Yeah.
double eye too. There's another one.
Yeah.
I think it shows in Liberty.
And let's see, 43 is not one of the. Never mind. All right. Let's go next. Save. There we go.
Want me to read that one?
Go for it.
From Yada 99, 1960 Denver Lincoln Memorial Cent. Was digging through some of my childhood coin buys and came up with this 1960D Lincoln Memorial Cent that I got at a coin show in about 1975. Pause and think about that. The obverse is an RPM that I believe is RPM 21, and Lincoln's head seems a bit distorted, but the reverse is the main thing I'm writing about. It looks like it was either struck through debris or maybe a damaged broken die. Would really like to hear your opinion. Also, in general, how would you go about putting a value on something like this?
Whatever someone's willing to pay for it.
I went and checked, and it is the RPM 21.
Nice.
Yeah, it is.
Early dice date too. Nice.
And I'm sure
Yeah,
Yada already knew that. It's
Yeah, that's a good match for 21.
a pretty coin.
Ouch!
Oh no.
I just thought it
What
was
happened there?
I can
Wolverine got a swipe or
I
something.
can see the redheaded stepchild with a screwdriver hitting the back of that penny.
Oh my! That's angry smells like.
No.
Oh man, he's so
Sad.
He wants to cheat on me. I'll show him.
It's like that column is about to fall over and it's broken up.
I'm so sorry this has happened to your coin.
Yeah.
Okay. You see the pushed metal at the end of that scrape and the nice shiny marks along the scrape points. This is unfortunately damaged.
Yeah, it's like when you find a really nice RPM and then the reverse side has coin roller marks on it.
Oh.
The ring of death. Yes.
Yeah.
Was Wolverine a thing back in 1960?
No,
In the comic books,
Not even
not quite yet.
a baby Wolverine carried this around in his pocket?
Later on, 70s, I think.
oh
Marvel Delta Wolverine.
man, the back of that coin, I don't like it. I like the front better. Can we see that again?
It makes me sad.
Focus on the good. Focus on the good. I think they're still on Crispy Mofo's coin in chat right now.
Yeah, see that.
With the Boogar, yes.
So I just switched over to Jim F's coin now.
Yes, sorry, Yada. That wasn't damaged die. That was just damaged coin.
Yeah, but great example of the RPM.
Yeah.
Just focus on the obverse.
Yeah, the obverse of that thing is just beautiful.
Nice pictures too. I think Yada always has.
Oh yeah, they did a great job on the picture.
Yeah.
Got the full obverse.
Scanners are getting good.
reverse. Yeah. Nice up and close, high resolution. Yeah, unfortunately.
Freddy Krueger got a hold of it.
Yeah, photography is not my struggle. I do my best, man. I struggle with that constantly.
Well, kill it, Dave.
Sometimes when I get a good picture, I forget how I did it. And I can't go back and.
I have like terrible photography days sometimes.
You're not kidding, Carl. All of those, where I was kind of dialing in that lighting tint this week. I forgot how many layers of that photography silk had for the proof coin.
Oh,
I totally feel your pain. Yes.
that's why you get 3x5 cards and you write notes on them.
Especially with the, yeah, there you go.
Did that on yellow stickies. Each of the combinations of light, camera, if it was a blue background or black background, if it scope or camera, I made notes on all of these things, which light I used, and I chose the best one, and it's not good enough anymore.
And darn if it didn't change.
Yeah, darn if it didn't change. Well, that's because we had
know what you mean, man.
time come through, so you got to readjust everything.
It's gotta be.
And it's just a struggle to get the true color of the copper coin, because the scope changes it, my camera changes it.
You gotta kind of change the tint a little bit towards the green. I noticed.
I'd rather not have to adjust anything. Just take the picture like I see it,
That's kind of how I get the more copper color out of it. Lower the saturation, change the tint just about 2 or 3 clicks towards the green. Can't see it. What?
I thought about painting. I thought about just painting all my coins.
Yeah, no. I put them on the road while they're tarring them. And, yeah.
I was hoping to let everybody catch up a little bit to this coin, but they're
They're just on the war nickel now.
I don't think there's any catching up to be done.
Yeah, I think they're just
I wish I could tell them, okay, skip ahead 2 minutes.
turn the page.
But they can't go ahead. It's live.
I know. I was wishful thinking.
We could say goodbye and goodnight right now, and they would never know.
Be like half an hour later. Okay, bye. See you.
Good man.
Good night, everybody. See ya. It was fun. Take care.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun watching their comments post coin though.
It was a damn good show. I know.
Sometimes it stops buffering and it goes for a few minutes and it's fine.
Yeah.
And I left the live stream here and went and just sat in chat and was testing it out. And I refreshed YouTube. I refreshed the Chrome browser. Nothing helped, but it just kind of comes and goes.
Yeah.
What's the issue with YouTube?
Oh, YouTube.
Well, I'll get the next coin ready. And by the time we start talking about it, everybody will be on the 60B.
No, it doesn't work that way, does it?
Aw. Yeah, that happened to Paula too, I think. She mentioned something about her safe.
Okay, you guys are gonna have to help me with this one. I'm not as into currency as I am, but I think this is kind of special.
This is Blue Ridge's specialty.
Yeah.
I know enough to be dangerous.
I looked it up, and yeah, I guess who wants to read it?
I'll do it. From Luis Dom 99, $100 bill, all sevens. As you can see, my note has all sevens except 1 0. Do you all know where I can sell this?
eBay.
Whoever wants to buy it.
Oh no. How come? I apologize. I can't. It won't let me open the image.
If it's all sevens except for one, that'll be a good poker note, liar's note.
Oh, yeah.
I think Chris would be the one to know too if he was here to say where you could sell that at.
True. Yeah, we're all coin.
I'd be a little careful on eBay. You know, a dollar bill. You know, with some numbers and everything on there.
This is 100.
Yeah, 100. I don't know. I
It's just
kind of worry about that level of cash.
Would you start the auction out at like 25?
No.
No.
You certainly start off, and you at least get your
99
face
cents.
value out of it, for crying out loud. You know. I guess that would be more of a risk for the buyer.
And the zero's in the middle.
Buy it now at 75.
Sold. Slide.
Oh, it's almost in the middle.
Yeah, but there's 8 numbers. There's never a middle.
There's a mark on the back. That'll help.
Yeah, it's got grade wise. It's got it is going to be a circulated note. Grading I can't do, but it's got a singular fold, and the corners do not seem too bad. You know,
Pretty sweet.
And little.
Is that a teller mark on the back?
Right here.
Sweet.
That might be a teller mark on the back.
Yeah.
Telemarketer.
A little off center on the front, right to left. Top to bottom looks pretty good. The fold going down the middle, that's typical. But the numbers, man, that's extraordinary. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, you could sell it for some money, I would think, but that's just me.
There will be a
At least
premium.
100.
There will be a premium on it. How much? It depends on how many buyers are willing to fight for it because it's so unique.
Are you going to zoom in on that, Shay?
No, I can't. The pictures won't go into Adobe Photoshop for some reason. It won't
I
let
know
me.
where you can sell that for $100 right now.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Coolness factor is high apparently on the
Definitely.
the website My Currency Collection. You can look up star notes.
That's a binary.
Serial numbers. It is a
Oh,
binary.
thanks for that, Jay. I was trying to think of the site.
Let me see.
Okay,
I think
so it looks like what they call it is a super repeater. They have one on eBay right now, $100 bill for $160.
Nice.
It's 2s and 3s though. This is 7s, so that's probably, I imagine, a little bit better.
well, you know how people are with the number 7, thinking it's
Yeah.
lucky.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Don't
of
get me started.
And I was looking online.
It's 13.
They sell anywhere from about 125 to 250.
Depending on the run, probably.
Yeah.
Well, you had a run and condition.
Yeah, great. Obviously.
Well, with the 7s, I think that helps it quite a bit.
Yes.
Versus it being 1s and 2s or 8s and 9s or something like that,
What's that thing underneath the right-hand corner underneath the 100? Looks like a D. Is that a mint mark?
No, that's a teller mark on the back.
No, not on the back. On the front, top right-hand corner.
Oh
underneath
yeah,
the 0.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, was ist das?
I don't own $100 bills.
Is that a PayPal?
That's part of the design or not.
Yeah, what is this, Benjamin, you're talking about?
What's this?
This is Monopoly money, isn't it?
I mean, I have bills, but not with that many zeros on it.
Well, oh, they said we aren't behind. Your chat is okay.
That's YouTube.
Why is it back on the 60D coin?
That's a ways. That's the one with the shredded reverse.
I believe it's still on that.
That's because we were pausing on that, waiting for them to catch up, which would never have happened. Right. So while we were killing time, they're killing time now.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we did that one.
It's not working.
Did that make sense?
Yeah. So yeah, back to the bill. Yeah, there is going to be
There's a premium on it. Sure.
There's going to be a premium on it. As Adam said, there's going to be more of a premium because of the 7s.
Yeah.
If it was 8s or 2s or something, 7s
you might get double the money. I think if you put it up there, you probably get $200 is my guess. But who knows? It depends on how many people want it. You could put it on an auction format. Start at 100. I would not start it, lower than that for sure.
Yeah. Don't start it at 99 cents and see where it is at.
And I would see, what it'd go for, but I'd say maybe double. That's just my take on it.
I would start the auction so that it ended on the weekend sometime.
Yeah, like end on Sunday evening, usually. Probably the best time.
All right. Moving on to our last coin of the evening. Let's do this. Mail. There we go.
Oh, I'm trying to get in full screen here. Okay, now I can see it. From Kevin D. Regarding possible 72 Lincoln DDO and 60D RPMs. Hello, Coinaholics. I may have found my first DDO. Would like a professional opinion, please. Well, I also would like Shay to take a peek at my 60D picks to see if I found a couple RPMs. I think one is WRPM number 6. Thanks, guys. Stay healthy. You too, Kevin, and thank you. Oh, lovable.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yes,
That's a trace.
Yes, double to die.
No gouge trace.
Look how much thicker those are.
That's the stuff, baby.
Yes.
Very nice.
Now, the only unfortunate thing is this is the only picture I got with Liberty in it, so I'm not going to be able to tell you exactly which one, but I believe it's probably 3, video 3. We have there's 3 and 6 are very similar, but you'll need to get the pickup points on these. This coin is in fantastic shape, and I can't see the surface well enough to pick up the markers on this that are known around this. But with it in hand, nice find. Way to go.
Look, go back up to trust again. because the
For the gouge.
DDO3 has a wider spread than the 6 does.
True, and there's more of it showing. Well, that would follow, I guess.
Yeah, I think from that and like from I think what was the other one? This one I thought 3 was better candidate. God there.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm comparing them on copper coins right now, switching between 6 and 3, looking at that R and the W. Boy, it is tough to tell on the W. Can we zoom a little closer on the R?
W.
Now at the top of the spread, the split of the serif on his coin is even with the top of the R. And DDO3 has it drop down just a little bit. Well, so does 6.
Yeah, you really need some of those other markers around the date, around E and Liberty or B and Liberty, I think. And yeah, those would be really useful about now.
But
Jace.
I'm thinking 3
Yeah.
when I'm looking at the U as well.
So check out some of these RPMs.
It is the more common one that you find too.
Look, can you see a dot
Wow.
U and S? Can you see a dot between U and S?
Let me go look.
That usually goes away so soon.
No, you can't see it on this picture. Yeah, that might be there next to that
A
dark
bunch of
spot.
dots.
Just to the left might be that dot that's on DDO3. Yeah, right there.
Maybe.
I think it is.
What dots?
BDO number 6 is actually worth a little bit more money than 03.
Yes,
Well,
much less common.
to decide, and as he's got the coin in hand, so
So check out these RPMs. This one, he had said he thought it was WRPM. What did I put?
I think you said 6.
6, which was 23.
Different mint mark position.
RPM 23. Is it?
No, 6 is different. This is, you got it right.
Okay. And then he also sent this one.
Wow.
Bam. Found a couple biggies.
Yeah.
I can't remember what number that is.
I looked
20
it up, and it's
something.
RPM 13
13?
or WRPM 3.
Way off. Shoot, I was way off.
yeah, I think he's right on the RPM 6. I was trying to get him a cross reference here too, see if he's got him.
Yep. Hi, everybody. I'm back. We had a power flash, shut down the whole house.
Oh no!
I'm like, no,
Boy.
that's on the live stream.
Couldn't
they
have
have
tornadoes in the area today.
Couldn't they have waited just another 15 minutes?
I can't understand why we had a power flash. There's no weather here. Someone must have hit a pole.
How dare they?
We had a tornado about 8 miles away from us today.
Yeah, Kevin, I don't know if you know about cross-referencing Wechslers with copper coins, but it's copper coins mint mark number 23. And on Variety Vista, it's cross-referenced as RPM 23 for the RPM 6. Not this one, but the previous one.
Are we saying that's 13?
Shh.
Not WRPM 13.
No, I had. I thought it was WRPM 3, but RPM 13. Are you saying that's not it?
No, you said it correctly.
Okay. Yada was right. Yada mentioned in chat a second ago that Adobe won't let you edit images of banknotes. It keeps you from opening them. That's why I couldn't load
Wow.
it.
Oh, then now that makes sense.
That's nice to know, isn't it?
No counterfeiting.
Well, crap.
So
That explains why I couldn't fax $50 to my sister last week.
I think Kevin wins the night with the 3 varieties found searching. So I think.
Shay, did you get my emails?
Oh yeah, we did. You want me grab? Which one do you want me to do?
Either one. One's really long.
Oh man, are you showing off again?
Hey, Shay, I could actually go ahead and I went ahead and did a little bit in the background here. If you want to pull up the bulk submission one and get that ready,
Okay,
I can go ahead and show off the cherry pick real quick.
go for it.
Okay, give me a second here to get queued up. Wait for it. Sorry.
Well, we're going to see it 5 minutes before the people in chat are going to see it.
Yes.
That's true.
It's what they call dead air in the business.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Oh, when I'm not ready, I don't have things set up. All right. I didn't put any of your text, Adam, so I'm going to let you just kind of narrate us through.
Yeah, that's YouTube. Sorry about that, folks. Due to technical difficulties beyond our control.
Switch back. Wait, that's not how you do that. I'm not ready.
In my sister's office where she works, there's always a lady that does the whenever she's doing the mouse and scrolling and looking in there.
Well, I'm ready. You want me to go?
Holy
Now I hear it everywhere I go.
Whoa.
green bean.
CAC.
Yep.
So how
I saw this one this morning, Adam.
That is
Did you see it on eBay?
I did. I was on eBay. This came up in my list. I looked at it and I said, nope.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wouldn't that, it's pretty good. It was a pretty good price on it. So I went ahead and bought it because it's got the Bugs Bunny on it. It's very late dye state, so it's hard to see, but it's there.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
You
you
outpicked
can
me.
see those
Yep.
66
lines
too.
right there.
It doesn't help me that I blew my budget yesterday on a
Spots.
Franklin.
It's got spots.
Well, I guess it's got that kind of. I kind of call it ugly toning. Actually, it's kind of
Modeled. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that one. That's real hard to see.
Ugh.
Wow. And you do most of these from a phone?
My
Adam?
phone, yeah. I just
Wow,
zoom in.
dude.
I just zoom in, and I
Got
blow
like
it
hot
up so I
vision.
can see it, and then I buy it.
it's time for a phone upgrade. What kind of phone do you have?
iPhone.
Oh,
A 12 or?
Yeah, I think it's the 11.
Okay.
11 Max.
Do you have any special lenses on it, Adam?
No. I just wanted the picture, go on the pictures on eBay. This one was like $105. I mean, yeah, 56 is common in high grades anyway, but in the Bugs Bunny, it's probably a $350 coin.
Yeah.
In that grade.
55 is the year you always hear about these.
Yeah, 55 is very common.
Yeah.
It must be real hard for the graders to grade such a coin with that type of.
Well, and you know what's funny? Because I just got a coin back the other day from NGC, and they didn't grade it the Bugs Bunny because the later die state, which is kind of weird to me because you could still see it, but they wouldn't give it the attribution because it was a later die state, which is just kind of weird to me. But I don't know if PCGS does the same thing, or I don't think they do, but I'm hoping that this one will get the variety. Because you could still see it; it's there, so it's just you're close to it. So,
all right. Yeah, I see a lot of Franklins with this type of toning.
Yeah, and sometimes it's kind of hard to see, like RPMs and stuff, especially when it's like really thick.
Yeah.
And on the back, oh my god, you can't even see. I just like pass through them because you can't see anything. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's when they're toned like this, when you really have to see them in hand to really appreciate the luster underneath them. You really have to kind of swirl it around and really to take in how good the luster is on those.
That's impressive. I cherry picked via big screen TV.
The other day,
old and blind.
I was cherry picking Indians, and it was in 1895, and somebody shared it in the Facebook group, and I passed